This time on This and That Garage, one of these vehicles behind me is going home. We're going to get her running, get it back on the road, and take a trip. Oh yeah, I'll tell you all about it here in just a minute. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. One of you has to go. I reckon we'll take this old truck. Yep. As you can see, it is in pieces. Basket case. Yep. I will tell you all about it here in a little bit. Right now, though, we got to play musical chairs to get her out of here. First thing I'll do is, I guess, move that old Packard out of the way. It'd be nice if I could snake it through here. I don't know if we got enough room, but we're going to try it. Oh, yeah. Y'all look who showed up to help me load this old truck up. Come here, girl. Daisy, come here. Where are you going? Come here. You crazy thing. She's wanting to get in the house and get her a piece of bologna is what it is. Come here. Daisy. I'm going to get that girl. Let me see if I can't catch her at the back door. Daisy, come here. Daisy, come here. What's wrong with you? Are you crazy? Hey, come here. Say hello, everybody. How you been doing, old girl? Besides getting bologna 2 or 3 times a day. You're getting fat's what you're doing. All right, we'll see you later, girl. Slight change of plans. Instead of moving this straight back and it'll be out there in the middle of the yard, I don't want to do that because I won't have an easy way to move it back in here by myself. So we're going to leave it. We're going to move this one straight forward. Then we're going to take this big boy here, move him straight forward. Then we can get that truck right there out. I would like to put this one back where that one is, and then put this one back where it is. The reason I want to do that is, you know, the front end's gone off this truck. So I think I can come in here with the bucket on the tractor, grab hold of this and pull it and push it and do whatever I want to. So let me try that anyway. Let's see if that tire pump up first. Will it or won't it pump up? If you will recall, when we brought this thing over here, this tire wouldn't air up. So I had to pull it off and beat and bang on it. I think I put a bunch of bead sealer on it, but it looks like it's going to pump up. So let me get her pumped up and get it moved. I was going to hook a chain up to it to pull it out, but I thought, well, let's use the front end loader to pull it out instead. So there probably was no need in pumping that tire up, but oh well. Let's see if it'll pick it up. All right, see if we can move a little further out of the way without it falling off the bucket. Well, I ain't got no traction now. I ain't got enough weight on the back of the tractor. Let me let it down a little bit. Actually, I'm not even sure if it's in gear. Let me go make sure, because I think we had to bust the lock or something like that to get it out of gear. Let me make sure it's in neutral. Yes, sir, it's in park, you big dummy. How did we do that? Did I stick a screwdriver in there? Let me go get a screwdriver. Will it or won't it? I don't know how I did it. It's got beat marks on it. Well, this ain't something to tell the captain. Let me get under it, see if I can't take the shifter loose and put it in neutral. Oh yeah! Well, it's a cable, not a lever. How does that come loose? I don't have a clue. Let's see if it'll just pop off. Oh yeah, look at there. It just popped right off. So now we are out of gear. Let's see if we can get this thing moved. You know, this ain't a bad looking old truck. We're gonna have to get on it one of these days and see if we can't get it back on the road. Well, I still ain't got nary no traction, so let her down. About right there, see what happens. Well, that happens. I may have to hook a chain to it, I don't know. I need a fat person to sit on the back of the tractor. Oh, look at here, we're going. Wait a minute, I lost it. You son of a gun. I'm back. I took it as far as I could to keep slipping off the bucket. So we're going to push her the rest of the way. Get out of here. Look around the axle. The axle. Put it on the axle, man. I tell you what. Sometimes it's really aggravating when you got to do stuff by yourself, but you do what you got to do, I guess. Let's get this little feller out of the way. Make sure it's not in gear. No, sir. Turn the wheel if I can. If I can't, then well, we're in trouble. Hiya! Hiya! I gotta find something to tie this steering wheel, because this is just gonna straighten right back up on me. Let me get a, what you call it, a ratchet strap. All right, let's see if we can get this big feller moved out of the way. I ain't gonna lie, that scared me for a second. I thought it was coming for this station wagon over here. That would not be good if it crushed it. Let me see if I can get the wheel straightened up now and not run into anything else. That sure did scare me though. Turn, 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 turn. It's only 978 degrees out here today with about 7,000% humidity. Yeah, it ain't bad. Whew. All right, let me see what that'll do. It'll probably straighten up on its own, but let's just see. I'm hoping I can drag it this way. Yeah, I think I am a little bit. Come on, little buddy. Let's play follow the leader. Well, I got stuff tied down. I got a bunch of the stuff piled on the back of it. As soon as I get these wheels turned, then we're gonna get her on the trailer. This turns a lot easier than that International. Sure enough. Here we go. Well, I got the old pile of junk loaded up. Let's get this to the house, and then I got to come back. Well, we're gonna leave the bedsides and hood and all that here right now. I don't need it, but motor and transmission are in the basement. We do need it, so I'll come back and we'll get it, and then we'll get this old pile of junk in the shop and go to fooling it a little bit. Just a friendly reminder that we are doing 2 videos per week now. One on Wednesday, one on Saturday, both of them at 7 p.m. Also, don't forget about the Patreon if you want to support the channel that way. Link for that is in the description. Have merch. Don't forget that if you want a hat, t-shirt. See this right here? You can get this lovely shirt at my merch store. Link is in the description below. Also, we started YouTube memberships a few weeks ago. Look down here below the video. Hit that big join button. There you go. You are a member. Anyway, check all that stuff out if you want to. Well, I got the truck to the house. It's still on the trailer, though. I ain't got it off yet. Come back to get the motor and the transmission. That is a 4L80E. This is a 5.3 LS. Yes, sir, it's going to be our first LS on the channel. Oh, yeah. We'll talk more about it later. Let's get these loaded up in the truck first. Oh, yeah, this is heavy. Let me go put that in the truck. I'll be back. Well, we got the little feller loaded up. If we can make it home without MLS visiting us and this little feller falling out of the back of the truck, well, I'll tell you all about everything when we get there. 'Tis a 1965 Chevrolet C10. Oh, yeah. It is technically a one-owner car because it's never been registered except for when it was bought brand new. I got the title right here, original title right here. Sure do. It was bought by a woman in Dixon, Tennessee, which is a town or two over in 1965. But it ain't really a one owner because I'm the 4th owner. There's a feller that bought it from her, and then my nephew bought it from that feller, and then I bought it from my nephew. As you can see, he started tearing it apart and working on it. Before he did that, though, if you've been with me a while, you have seen this truck before. Yeah. This is the very first vehicle that I ever did a Will It Run on. Yep, it was the shortest video I ever did, too. It was like 17 minutes long because the motor was locked completely up. It had been sitting in the cow field with the hood off for many, many years. Rain just poured. Matter of fact, when I pulled a couple spark plugs off over here on the pasture side, water flowed like a river out of it. Sure did. And if you will recall, too, there ain't a body part on it except for maybe this door and that over there that ain't got a dent in it. Cows, it's sitting out in the cow field, and the cows rubbed all over it. Just put dents all in it. Nothing, I think we probably popped most of them out, but yeah, it's been a rubbing post for cows for a long time. Like I said, my nephew tore it apart. He went through and rebuilt the whole front end. It's got new bushings, new ball joints. I think those are stock springs, but he put shocks on it. That's new shocks. Drop spindles, I don't remember if it's 2 or 3 inch. I'll have to ask him. And then he did a disc brake conversion. Or it may have cut, no, I think it was a drum brake. He did a disc brake conversion. Now here's something I find odd. This thing's been sitting outside for 2 or 3 years now. Why are those rotors not just solid rust? There's just a wee bit right there. Why are they not solid rust? I don't understand that. Anyway, it's just a rough old truck, typical backyard butchery type vehicle. It's got rust. Yep. Matter of fact, let's just go through all the rust. Rockers are rusted. That floorboard probably is. We'll have to take that little seal plate off and look at it. Floorboard in here, it looks pretty good. It's got rust right above the windshield, all the way across, above that door over there, above this rear window here. I think they were known for that type of rust. This little feller here, you can see the rust falling off of it. Cab corners ain't too bad. There's a little hole poking through right there. Probably fix it. Of course, this rocker has been kicked in, so it needs to be replaced. The bottom side of the cowl looks pretty good, but again, the end of that rocker is rusted right there, so it probably needs rockers. It's got some rust over here on the cowl area, or I guess the firewall area. Well, both, really, maybe. I don't know. I know this is rusted. It's rusted down in here. Of course, it's rusted right here. What about the bottom of this one? Oh yeah, it's a little rusty. Matter of fact, it's been worked on with a little bit of Bondo. What about this side over here? Cab corner. Yeah, I think. Hello in there. I think we're gonna need a cab corner and a rocker because, well, it's all rusted and caved in. Yep. It's just a typical, typical backyard butchery, this and that garage vehicle. But we ain't worried about the rust right now. No, sir. My main goal is get this back on the road. And I told you I was going to take a trip in it. Well, let me tell you about that. Remember back, when was it, April? I went to North Carolina, Goldsboro, North Carolina, out there with my sister. His brother-in-law got a car lot out there, and we did 4 or 5 wheelet runs. Well, we're going back in middle of October sometime. I want to go basically that same path I took through the mountains because I'm pretty sure it's going to be absolutely beautiful during October when the leaves are all changed. That's where I want to go. Yep, so we're going, and we're going to take this truck. And I'm planning on hauling that brake lathe back. We're going to pull it with this. That's the trip we're going to take. 630 miles one way. Hopefully, we'll do better than this than we did old Silver Bullet. Man, I tell you what, that was not fun. It really wasn't. Let me quickly tell you my plans for this truck. Like I said, my nephew's already basically rebuilt front end, so we ain't got to do nothing with that. Other than maybe, I ain't decided if I'm going to airbag it or not. Maybe. We'll see. That's a time thing, because, fellers, it's, what's today? August 11th, 10th, something like that. And it leaves us about 2 months to get this thing ready to go on the trip. Anyway, he's got the front end rebuilt. We're just going to put the LS in here, the transmission, put the body back on it. Rear end, it's good. We'll just put new brakes on it. Like I said, I'm not sure on airbags. I would like to have airbags because we're going to pull that trailer. Plus, I'm going to be hauling a bunch of tools. So, we'll just see about that. Again, like I said, I'm not worried about rust right now. We'll worry about that later, if I worry about it at all. But here is one major thing that I'm doing to it. We're going to make her a short bed. I hate a long bed truck. I'm sure some of y'all, oh no, leave it long bed. No, sir. No, sirree. I don't like long beds. She's going to be a short bed. Yep. So you got to pull the cab off and cut. I can't remember how, is it 14 inches? I don't remember. You got to cut a little bit off the back. And of course, you got to shorten your bed sides too. Yeah, that's the plans. Just well, I guess it'll be a little bit of a hot rod, but not really. Just a cruiser. Sort of like the old Forte. Yeah, something like that. Let's go over here and look at the motor. I'll tell you about it real quick. Here's the motor. It is a 5.3 LS, like I told y'all. Where's the 4.8 and 5.3 right there? Yep. Well, I'm not sure. I don't know if he run the numbers or not. I will. Well, actually, I think the difference between a 5.3 and a 4.8 is one is disc pistons and one is flat top. I'll have to read later, and we'll look in the spark plug hole to make sure that it's a 5.3. It could be a 4.8. Anyway, he rebuilt this. It's a hone and a re-ring. He put a little cam in it. It's a decent size cam, actually. It should have a pretty good little lope to it. But this is the first motor he's ever rebuilt. So if it blows up, well, y'all blame him, not me. Hopefully, he did a pretty good job on it. He'd ask me for pointers and whatnot every once in a while, but yes, sir, he rebuilt that himself. We are going to go with a 4-bubble intake. Matter of fact, let's just put this little fella on there now. I don't even know which way this goes. Shows you how much I know LS. Does it go like this? Or does it go like this. Does it even matter? I ain't got a clue. We'll figure it out though. But yeah, we're gonna have us a Holley 4-bubble sitting on top of there. And then, of course, the transmission. He bought that off of Facebook. It's a junkyard pool. Don't know nothing about it. We're gonna try it. If it works, great. If not, well, we'll have to go through it and rebuild it. Anyway, that's about all I can tell you about right now. Well, that's showing you this original title. That envelope has got a lot of paperwork in it. We'll go through that sometime, see what all it is. But anyways, fellas, I got to head to town. Got to go get some parts and whatnot. I think I'm gonna drive old dude. I ain't drove him in a while. I got to stop at the gas station though. You know he loves gasolines. Basically everything I own likes the gas. Speaking of, let me tell you about the sponsor of this week's video, the Upside app. Well, what's the Upside app? Great question. Glad you asked. The Upside app is a completely free app you can download to your phone and basically earn cash back on purchases that you're probably already making. Yes, sir. There's over 100,000 gas stations, grocery stores, and restaurants that participate in this app. You might as well start saving some cash back if you're already there. Once you download the free app by clicking the link in the description below, enter the code this and that, you can earn an additional 25 cents per gallon cash back on your first fill up. Oh yeah, not bad. Or click this QR code right here and claim the same offer. Top earners are making as much as $300 per month with $1 million being made each week. All you got to do is make the same purchases you normally would with the Upside app. Well, I'll tell you what, let me show you how to use the app. Once you download the free app, click on the icon. You'll have offers pop up down here, or you can go up here to the map, zoom in and out. All those blue and green dots, those are places of business that are participating with Upside app. Well, let's say I just got done filling up dude. Now I'm hungry. Fellas, y'all know me, I'm a growing boy. I got to have my food because I'm wasting away to nothing. We come up here to the top. You got all gas, restaurant, convenience. Well, let's click restaurant. What pops up? Burger King, my most favorite fast food restaurant of all time. Click on it. You hit the claim down here. It'll even give you directions how to get there. You go there, buy you some food. You've earned some cash back. It really is that simple. Well, how do you cash out? Great question. Glad you asked that one too. You come up here and you can see I've already earned 29 dineros. Well, you can register your bank account. You can get several different gift cards, or you can link your PayPal account to it. Yes, sir. Well, fellas, I think I'm gonna head on to town, get the parts and whatnot that I need. I believe I'll stop at the gas station and use the Upside app. Give me some cash back. Might I suggest you do the same by clicking the link below. I'll see y'all later. 'Tis the next day and nobody stole it, so I guess we got to work on it. Yep. What I would like to do for the end of this video is I wouldn't mind getting some motor mounts done and possibly transmission mount. We'll just have to see. I done been to town twice today though. Yep. So we're running low on time. I had to get motor mounts. I didn't think I had these motor mount brackets. I had to go searching for them and I found them. Then I forgot that confounded motor, LS, all metric bolts. Yep. I had no Bellhausen bolts, no motor mount bolts. I don't have metric bolts here, fellas. I got one bucket with about 7 metric bolts, and that's it. So I had to go to town, back to town, and get some bolts for that. Anyway, let me get these motor mount brackets bolted in place. Get those two mated. We'll get the little fella in here, start measuring and figuring. Let us get us these boltuses in this truckus. OSKS. That will go approximately there. Put us some bolts right here. Are they gonna be long enough? Probably. Well, I dropped my bolt. Oh, yeah, I'm getting too old for this. I really am. I might need to get longer bolts. Let me tighten that one up and see what kind of thread engagement we got. I think that bolt's too short. I think this battery's about dead too. Goodness. Oh no, that's plenty. Got about 2 threads sticking out. I could have bought a motor mount kit for this swap, but well, they're like $150 to $200. Well, here's the deal. Those motor mounts I bought this morning, $10 a piece. I already got the metal. All you gotta do is cut it, drill a few holes, and that's it. I just can't see paying that kind of money for something I can make for pennies. No, I ain't gonna do it. I gotta get up under this. Oh, wait a minute, how am I gonna get to that? Because This cross member is not open. I'm going to have to raise her up and get that right there. Going up. Wait a minute. Before I do that, let's go ahead and put these where they go. I'll get them both at the same time. I'm using my brain, man. I'm using my brain. It's possible that I could get my hand through here. Oh, yeah. Now, can I do it without dropping all this stuff? That is the next question. I wish this brace was not in the way. What if we scooted her up here? Now I got a little more room. Can I get up in here, reach this without... Nope. Nope, I dropped everything there. Sure did. Come on, man. Oh, yeah, look at you, fellas. Let me get my gun and wrench. I run over with the tire here. Let me get the other side, then we'll get the motor in here. Well, I got the motor mounts in place. Now we got to marry these two, but as you can see, there's a height difference. I guess the LS is taller, oil pan's taller, something like that. So I got to get this transmission up on this jack some kind of way and get her jacked up and balanced and all that. I don't really want to lift this up because it hurts my back every time I do something like this, but, well, I got to get it up here. Oh, yeah. Getting transmission fluid everywhere now. Come on, man. Stay. Let me get that transmission fluid up. I don't remember what it was, but it was recent. I lifted up a motor of some kind, and man, my right hip hurt me for a week. Going well, you know, the pain shooting down my leg from a bulging disc. Yep. Let's go up with it. The fluid in that transmission that just spilled out looked good. It didn't look burnt. It looked brand new, actually. Well, there she went. Yep, there went a bunch of fluid in the floor. Well, I'm just getting mad and go in the house. Yep. But anyway, as I was saying, this fluid looks brand new, so that's a good sign. Ode to the joys of modifying vehicles. Fun, fun, fun. Let's try this one more time. Oh, yeah. Whoa! Now, I'm going to hold on to it this time while I jack it up. Maybe it won't fall off. Probably will. Let's see if I can get it over here without it falling off this time around. Let's go up with the motor. Let's get us a bolt started, maybe. These are some of the bolts I had to go get a few minutes ago. So they don't have metricals. Run her in a little bit, about like that. Get us another in over here. By George, they're mated. Let me get the rest of these bolts in. We'll get over to the truck. Well, I got her in the air, ready to go in. I'm not sure this is going to work. The motor mount area may be too narrow for this. I don't know, but we shall find out. Let's get her pushed in there, see what it looks like. Get on, man, it won't go. Going down just a little bit. Stop. Well, no, I gotta go some more. I'm hitting the firewall with the transmission. Let's see what happens right there. Will it or won't it? Sort of, not really. Go down some more. Going down some more. Go down a little more. Oh, that's a little too much. Go back up. Approximately there. I think that cross member is right in the way. I probably should have took it out. Let's see what happens. Let me shove her back and go down at the same time. Well, what are we hitting now? I don't know. Transmission's hitting the tunnel, top of the floorboard thing. Yep. There's the deal. Our transmission mount right there. While she's hitting this cross member is riveted in. Why did GM do that? Well, all of them did it back then. Why not bolt it in? And I'm sort of worried that this cross member here's got to come out too. So let me do some pondering. I'm gonna see if I can get under here and lift the back of the transmission up and get over that cross member. But something's telling me that motor's going to come back out. We're going to have to pull both them cross members out. Well, I have determined that we need to take this transmission mount off. So I'm going to attempt to do that now. Somehow. I would like to get this, back where it's going to go, but I need to go forward, so I've come under here for nothing. Let me get out. Go forward a little bit so I can get to these bolts. Yep. I'll be right back. Oh, this hurts so bad. Oh. Going forward a little bit. Actually, I need to jack it up a little bit. Oh, yeah, I think I can get to her right here. Maybe. Oh, yeah. Oh, of course, that's the wrong dad blame size. Get out of here. Man, this is hurting me bad. Whew. Goodness. All right, will it go in now? Probably not. I think we're wasting our time till we take them cross members out, but let's just see what happens. Let us go down. Are we a mount? That wasn't bad right there. Let me see. Can we go back more, or are we about there? I think we're about as far back as we're going to be able to go, and this front cross member here, I think we're sitting on it, so it's probably going to have to come out. Yep, most likely. Let me go on down a little bit and see what happens. Well, it's in. That's about all I can say about it. Yep, we're hitting transmission, hitting the tunnel, I think, right in that area there. And we're sitting on the cross member down in there. That cross member's got to come out. And then I think the motor, I think it needs to be twisted this way just a touch. Tell you what, let me do that and get that straightened up, because yeah, our motor mounts ain't on the same plane as the block. Let me twist that a little bit, see what happens. I think I went too much. Yep. Let me go back to the other side. Y'all tell me when I went far enough. By George, I think we got it. Let me get y'all in here and show you. If you look, there's your motor mount that we just bought, and then here's your block. Before, there was a lot of room at the bottom over here and a little room at the top, and it was opposite on the other side. Well, y'all look there now. It's pretty even. Yep. The motor needs to go this way a little bit. As you might see, our gap over here, I don't know if you can see it or not because there ain't no light, but as far as the motor mount and the block being on the same plane, we got that. Yep. Not sure exactly what kind of motor mount we're going to make. I got an idea, but we ain't going to do it this week because we're out of time, fellas. Yep. Yes, sir, we are out of time. This is Tuesday. This video is due out tomorrow, so we got to cut her off right here. I'm working right up till, yeah, I hate this. I like to be a week or so ahead. Well, I have fallen behind. I'm going to try to get caught up this week and maybe next week. But anyway, let me say this. If it seems like I am unprepared for this build, well, I am sort of. We did throw this into the mix because we're waiting on parts for the Trans Am motor. I have studied on this for the last few weeks, but nothing in particular, especially, how am I going to mount the motor? Most time I'll get on YouTube or whatever and just skim through some videos and see how the guys are doing it. Well, most of them, they will buy kits, and I can't afford that, fellas. The motor mounts for this would have been $150, $200. I can make them for hardly nothing. So that's what we're going to do. But also, I wanted y'all to see what it's like to start and not have any idea of how you're going to do it, and see how you work through the problems. So that's what we're doing with the motor mount situation anyway. The rest of it, there's no fabrication really. This is where the fabrication is. I knew, we was going to have to move that rear cross member for the transmission mount. And of course, we got to make our motor mounts. Ain't nothing big. You just got to get her in there and see what you got to cut and move around and go to making stuff. That's what we're going to do. So next week, or next video, Saturday, hopefully we'll get motor mounts and all that made for this truck. I'll be looking for that. Anyways, appreciate y'all watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you don't mind, hit that like, comment, subscribe. Share it with your friends. And until next time, go do something. Blur, blur.